From the clothes we buy to the homes we own and the cars we drive, credit plays an important role in our lives. TransUnion has systems in place in order to enable millions of credit-based transactions that occur every day to be conducted quickly, efficiently, and safely. We are always there for you, almost invisible. As the largest credit bureau in South Africa, TransUnion is committed to helping you understand the role that credit plays in your life, how day-to-day decisions influence your credit rating, how you can access and use our products to monitor your credibility with South African credit or service providers, as well as some really useful ways on how to continually protect yourself from potential credit traps and from those that may want to take advantage of you. When you apply for a credit card, a loan, or insurance cover, a credit or service provider will most certainly want to know how you pay your accounts with other companies. Now, in order to do this, they would access one or more of your credit reports maintained by a credit bureau. Now, what determines our access to credit? When do you get access to it? And what are the everyday dangers involved in getting credit? Here is an outline on how you can play an integral role in answering these questions. We at TransUnion, formerly known as ITC, manage the information of millions of credit-active South Africans. Our role as a credit bureau is to provide those companies that provide credit with credit reports in order to help them make informed and fair lending decisions. At the end of the day, it is you, the consumer, who is our client. We are committed to protect and educate South African consumers to empower them to manage their own credit in an informed manner so that they and you are able to gain access to responsible credit and an improved lifestyle without putting you or your family at risk. To explain the process simply, you, the consumer, applies for credit at the store by filling in an application form. The information you provide on this form is sent to us here at TransUnion and added to your personal credit profile. The store then sends us payment trend updates on the way you manage your account monthly. Now, this forms part of your overall credit history with the store or credit provider. At TransUnion, we provide you with the tools to manage, update, and most importantly, protect your personal credit information. Let's go through the key areas that will help you. So, how can you get your credit report? How do you ensure the accuracy of the information on your credit report? How can you be more credit-wise? And finally, some more information on additional products that are available from TransUnion that may be useful in protecting yourself. Our goal at TransUnion is to ensure that you have the information available to assist you in managing your debt responsibly. So, why do you need to know what is on your credit report? A credit report contains details about how you manage credit, including your credit cards, home loans, car loans, as well as your public record information. Your credit report will never contain information on your race, gender, religion, or sexual orientation. Your credit report is divided into the following sections. Personal information. This is the information that identifies you. This includes your present and past address, telephone numbers, employment, as well as any other names that you are known by. Summary. Your summary contains the highlights of your information, including any public information like court judgments, sequestrations, administration orders, credit behavior information, and inquiries done on your credit behavior, etc., etc. Judgments. When a consumer fails to pay an account and they do not respond to reminder letters, the credit or service provider can apply to the court for a court judgment. If the court approves the judgment, it will remain on your credit report for 5 years. There is no limit to the amount for which judgments may be granted, but here at TransUnion, we will not load a judgment granted for less than 200 rands. Did you know A garnishee order can be obtained against you once a judgment is granted. A garnishee order is an order for your employer to deduct a specific amount from your salary every month and pay it to the credit or service provider until your debt is paid off. Another great reason to keep tabs on your credit report. Notices. You, the consumer, may apply to be placed under administration or sequestration, which is reflected under the notices sections on your credit report. Administration and sequestration orders remain on your credit report for 10 years unless retracted in a court of law before then, and rehabilitation notices will remain on a credit report for 5 years. Notarial bond. A notarial bond is a bond or existing claim over movable property. For example, a tractor that is registered by the deeds office. The likelihood is that this won't affect you. Default or adverse information. This information is provided by credit or service providers on late payment or non-payment of your account. If it relates to slow payment, late payment, or failure to pay, this information will remain for 1 year. If, however, the information relates to bad debt, written off debt, repossession, or a credit card being revoked, the information remains for 2 years. Simply put, a 1-year default is when no enforcement action is taken, and a 2-year default is when enforcement action was taken. Here's a tip for you. If you pay the outstanding debt and you request that the store or credit provider sends instruction to TransUnion to update your information, your credit report will still show the default, but it will state paid in full. This will show anyone looking at your report that you have